On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Grape colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks. There's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Now a carry here for Orleans, Darkwa. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. Well, these two teams, the Falcons and the Vikings, have met 30 times since the Falcons' inaugural year in the league back in 1966. And the Vikings winning 19 of those games, but maybe the most memorable game between the two was a Falcons victory. That was in the NFC Championship game back in January of '99. Gary Anderson missed a field goal to potentially win it at the end of regulation, and then the Falcons would get the victory in OT 30-27, and they were off to the Super Bowl. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the curve.
Cousins. He's got his rookie tight end. That's Irv Smith Jr. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
On the run, Darkwa. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, Cousins. He sets to fire deep. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Curtis Samuel, 52 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go. Take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
To throw is Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699.
Brings up second and 1.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And Falcons fans everywhere excited that Devontae Freeman is back on the field wearing number 24 in the red and black. Remember, he went down in week 2 in 2018 with an injury and didn't return. They're hoping to see the form that led him to 1,000-yard seasons in 2015 and 2016.
Now Ryan on first down. And Jones has it over the middle. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll run with Darkwa. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Focus, defense, focus.
Cousins to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Right there, 54, right there, right there.
Now Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now it's Ryan. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one covers 29 yards. First down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Stop your body.
Ryan. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
That's 25.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones there to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. On for the extra point, Giorgio Tavecchio. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece.
That ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
You got nothing.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
Let's go, D. We got to step it up. Right there. 54, right there.
3rd and long for Cousins. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. And taken right on the 30. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
It's been a long day for you.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Ready, Blue 80. Blue 80. Mike 58, right there. I'm coming.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Tackle made by Everson Griffin.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Got it. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Ready, Blue 80. Like 25. Hold this. 51. Check 42 for Mike. Check 42 for Mike. Pick it up. Mike 42. Mike 42. Check. Mike 42.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. Back deep is a very dangerous Mike Hughes. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch 54. Watch the run.
Cousins on 1st down. And he's going to go down in the end zone. Cousins taken down for the safety. Through one quarter, 9-7 our score. Fielded just inside the 20.
We play to win. Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
I really don't think that Julio Jones could be happier right now. Plenty of catch opportunities in this game. He's converted them, and his team's winning.
And Matt Ryan's happy, too, to have Julio Jones on the other side of these.
Yeah, you know, a lot of times we talk about breaking teams down, and oftentimes just through a running game. These two, they can break a team down through the air.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Well, he's been the guy, already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Let's go, defense.
Again, Ryan. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Everson Griffin drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clean.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Raheem Mostert, 81 yards. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That's an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
And they got the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Let's go.
They run from the pistol here with Freeman. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Back 25. Mike 58 right there. Rabbit.
They run. Devontae Freeman. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
Watch the out. Watch the out. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Now Ryan. He's got Sanu. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37.
Mohamed Sanu is a guy that is often overlooked because he just quietly goes about his business. But how about last season? Had a career-high 838 yards on 66 catches, and he can also play Wildcat quarterback for you as well.
Ryan now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10.
Switch it.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
And the judge does a nice job there of navigating and picking up some yardage. Remember, no Tevin Coleman in the backfield, so he's moved up in the pecking order, getting a lot of playing time for these Atlanta Falcons.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, D.
Ryan got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ready. Right there. 54 Mike. Here we go. Hey, 59. Ready.
On first down, Freeman. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll run here with Freeman. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have once again taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
I'm coming back.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. To throw, Cousins lets it fly for Thielen, and he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Matt Wild now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 33, and he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Vikings take over first down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Mike, 45. 45.
A first down throw for Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's second and 10 now from about the 32.
I'm coming for you. You must.
Throwing, Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Vikings on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and a mile.
45's the mic. 45's the mic.
Again, it's Cousins. Taking a shot for Samuel. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Incomplete. Xavier Rhodes on the coverage.
The Falcons on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing again. Ryan. It's caught. Jones. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
And from down in Miami, an update. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They keep it with Smith on first down. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
54 Mike. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On the draw, this is Smith. Ben Gideon in on the stop.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. From the gun, it's Ryan. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 24-yard line. And when these two are clicking, Ryan and Jones, and we've seen multiple hookups here in this one, usually their offense is clicking, and that's why they're winning.
Yeah, they tend to follow what those two do. They set the tone for either a good day or maybe a tougher day. And right now, we're seeing an excellent game because those two are finding each other. Doesn't matter where on the field, they're making plays.
They'll run on first down. It's Freeman. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 12-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. Now Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Let him go!
From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage with a flag down here to boot. So they may back up further. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
The kick by Tavecchio is good. And that will extend their lead even further. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
I'm going to run you over.
Here's Cousins. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Darkwa. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Cousins. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 43. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Mostert. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Let's see what you got.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
I'm coming after you.
Cousins now. Trying to lay one up deep. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Here's Matt Wild now as he's on for the 5th time here today. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
Ready. 25. 54. Oh, here we go. Oh, under 10. Under 10.
They'll run it again with Smith. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
And it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. His big day receiving just keeps getting bigger. He's over 200 yards now on the afternoon. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Freeman. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
On 2nd down and 4, Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
First down.
Ready, Blue 80! Blue 80! 58, come on! Watch the slant, watch the slant! Watch the slant! Watch the slant!
Now Ito Smith. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
Ready, Blue 80! Mike, 58, right there. Watch the run!
Caught on the right side by Jones. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now it's Ryan. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Adrian Claiborne, the one who makes the stop.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 8-yard line.
Kirk Cousins last year started all 16 games but only led the Vikes to just 1 4th-quarter comeback like he's trying to do here. They'll run again now with Darquan. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Gain of 2 on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
To Hunt! 54 Mike.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Cousins to throw it. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Cousins now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
It's just me and you.
Now Darquan. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
At the 29-yard line.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Come on.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now Cousins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I'm here all day.
On the run, it's Smith. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. They go back to the ground with Smith. And yet again, he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Double dog. Double dog. That's the way.
Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Mostert. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
The Vikings on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Cousins. And that will be incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Mostert. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
Vikings, first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
On the run, Darkwa. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Falcons, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile,